Hi everybody, Johnny Vivento here. Please like and subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. If you could, that'd be amazing. I just started this channel. I would really like to convey thank you so far to my subscribers, and hope you've enjoyed a few things I've been talking about. I've been on a lot about Sarasota Tim, who I've been using actually to really promote my channel because I kind of like him. He's a great guy and I've really come to like his work. And even though he has a lot of people out there really dissing him and showing hateful messages and hateful stuff against him, it's actually not true. He's done a great job and he's actually entertained me for quite a while, and he really has, and I really appreciate his content. It's his birthday today, so I think we should really give him a shout out. And also I'd like to talk to you about retirement, because he was the guy that actually got me into thinking about retiring at 62. Was it a good idea? And that was years ago, and I think I did it before he did, of course, but I'm a little older than Sarasota Tim. But I did exactly what he actually did a little later on, and I retired at 62, and for me it was the best thing I ever did. I got to be honest, and I did exactly what he did. I had a little job. Well, actually I had a full-time job at that time, and I kind of stopped working there, and I found a easier job, less hours, 25, 30 hours a week, sometimes 20 hours a week. And I got by, and I thought, well, what am I going to do? And eventually I moved to Mexico. I just think it's a better option. And I'm watching this guy here. His name is Michael Bordenero. He's a very smart guy, and he really does know what he's talking about. And he's actually talking about, and this one, I'm 65 with $500,000 saved for retirement. How can I do it? Well, I think that's pretty easy. At 65 to retire $500,000. You could stick it in Goldman Sachs and get 4.7%, I think it is right now, or you can put it in a much higher yield account. You could get probably nearly 6% at the moment. But that's what I've been told anyway, and I haven't done that, but I have the Goldman Sachs. But that's what he's talking about in one of his video, which was made actually yesterday. So I just thought I had an idea to come out here to try and tell some of the people watching about, well, people with nothing saved. There's a lot of people out there with nothing saved, and they think they're on Social Security. Mr. Bordenero has said that maybe by 2033, 2035, there'll be no more Social Security. Now, is that true? No, it isn't true. It actually is not true. Social Security will keep going on. Things are changing. We know that immigrants are coming into the country, and it is generating GDP. But also there's a lot of, social problems. Things are costing a lot of money. The population is actually aging in this country. Massive age concerns. Okay, but health is getting better. So maybe things can change around by then. But they're saying 2033, 2036. I just don't believe it. It will keep going on. There'll be a different scheme after that, really. And he's also talking about 401k. Okay, fair enough. If you're lucky enough to have paid into that, it's a very good. It was a great option. But anyway, I think things will go on. I don't think there'll be a lot of changes. Medicare, Medicaid, then Medicare is pretty good, you got to admit. So we're very lucky that we can actually get into that program. But how do you do it without any money? Well, I would not recommend staying in the United States if you only have Social Security. Even at 62 or even at 66, okay? And especially if you're a married couple, you could probably do it, because, if you're a married couple, you might get something like 25, actually, what am I talking about? 2,500 for the, for one, and maybe 1,500 for the other. $4,000, you'd be doing very well. You could do it, you could live on that. But if you really want to make it go far, or even a lot less than that, even if it's one person who's only getting, let's say, I don't know, $1,600 to $1,700, $1,800, move to Mexico. it's a much better option. You get a better bang for your buck here. And I live in Mexico, and I think I made the right decision, because you can live a nice life for less. And how do you do it? Well, there's financial requirements here, 2025 coming up, and odds are that you're not going to get it, okay, because of the financial requirements. Or if you just can reach above it, which I don't know where they are yet. I don't think they've actually come out with the actual amount yet, but things will change in January. I think the figures will come out in January. The new deal that's going down, you know, with the temporary residency and the permanent residency, with a new government, they will release their criteria in January, I believe. But anyway, but you can still come to Mexico, and you know, it's people who have done it, like Jose Artiaga, who's a famous YouTuber in Merida, which is in the Yucatan, which is near Cancun, around that area in Merida, a really beautiful place. And he did it with $1,500 US. Came here and made a beautiful life 5 years ago. People can do it. Mr. Bordanero, I think, is actually talking about the United States. Mainly, you know, you can live in the United States, can you do it? People are worried, even with $500,000, can you retire? Of course you can. You know, the odds are that even Sarasota Tim will tell you he doesn't think that you live after 77. That's actually not true. I think it's 81, isn't it, for men, and 83 for women. That's the projection of a lifespan. But you know, the odds are between 75 and 80. Hopefully you make to 90 or even 95, you know, but the odds are quite low. So you have to think, is it going to be enough? Of course it is. With Social Security, when you get older, you don't do as many things anyway. You don't want to. Even me, I'm 67. I like to stay at home, actually. I really do. I like to stay at home. I have a roof garden, let's say, and I have the pool outside. If I want to go for a swim, I can go for a walk. I can ride my bike, go to the market a couple of times a week. Might go to a restaurant once or twice a week, you know. But it depends what kind of lifestyle you want. You do less. I'm actually going back to work. In another month, I'll be back at work in Colorado. Why? Because I've kind of got tired, you know. I've got tired of just staying at home. I just want something different to do and give me a challenge. And working in Colorado will be a challenge. I have my work cut out. I really know what I'll be doing and how I'll be doing it, you know. So I'll be starting again, basically. But anyway, how do you do it? You know, if you're living on Social Security and you come to Mexico, how can you do it? It's very, very easy. When you come over the border in Mexico, even by plane or by car or by bus or whatever, you show your passport and they will give you a 6-month stamp on that passport as a tourist. Now, everyone's going to get it unless you have a warrant in the US. You might not get it. They're going to check in the computer and you're fine, bang, and you're in for 6 months. After 6 months, you can just come back across the border at any border station, or you can go back to your hometown and come back again. And you've got another 6 months. As long as, you know, you don't break the law here, you can do it. It can be done. Anybody can do it. There's no requirements. You can come here, you can rent a place, but I would recommend getting an Airbnb, looking for an apartment or so, and within a couple of days you'll find one. And prices are between, well, I live in a resort. I live in Jalisco on the Pacific Ocean, and you can go to Mazatlan, a little further north in Sinaloa, or you can go a little south, you know, somewhere like Acapulco, or you can move over to the Yucatan, Playa del Carmen, places like that, Cancun. You can move there, Merida. But all the prices really, you can live a mile from the coast and you'll pay like $400 or $500 a month. So you're going to think, wow, $400 or $500 a month. Wow, it's not too much, huh? That's all inclusive. I'm talking about with utilities and everything. It's if you want to live in Mexico. You might not want to. You might want to stay in the United States. You're a patriot. You want to be in the United States. You know, you have your family there. That's different. But I'm talking about if you really want to get away and you're a person on Social Security and you decide, well, you know, I want to live a nice life, and how am I going to do it? I'm 65 years old. I'm getting a couple of $1,000s a month, Social Security. How do I do it? Mexico's a great option. I would really recommend that. And we can go into the nitty gritty. I'm actually going to buy a chart, so I'm going to actually put it on a chart so I can show you the actual cost of living here. Okay, and it will surprise a lot of people. Things are a little bit cheaper here, certain things, but groceries, utilities, of course, are a lot cheaper. I recommend getting a Mexican phone service for $25 a month, you know, like a good phone service, unlimited data, and you know, you can live a nice life here. It's just the way it is. It's just, you have to do it, and you need knowledge. Mr. Bordenero is fantastic. I mean, he'll tell you all about how things are in the US, and he's exactly right. I mean, he's done his homework, this guy, and I really do recommend his channel. It's called Michael Bordenero, and he's got some, I think he has like 300,000 subscribers, something like that. But he does a good job, and I've watched a couple of his shows, and I'm very impressed. Sarasota Tim has actually showed me that, you know, a lot of people have been against him. They said, there's no way, and he's got the figures wrong and everything. But, you know, you have to take the plunge. You know, you have to take a plunge. Sometimes you have to take the plunge like he did to succeed. And he seems like he succeeded. You know, he started off with a trailer and a truck, and he's upgraded quite a few times. He's doing the YouTube stuff. He has time to do it. If you had a full-time job, you wouldn't have time to do it, right? So, you know, he's really excelled, okay? I know people are dissing him and saying this about he's a grifter and stuff, which is absolutely not true. I can come on here and say, please, buy me a coffee. I'm in the buy me a coffee club. Can you please, this is the, I wouldn't do that. You know, it's just something I wouldn't do. But I've only just started out. So I'm not here to make money. I'm just here to give some advice. And some advice, the advice I would give, if you're living on Social Security and you're kind of alone, you don't have a lot of family or whatever, come to Mexico. You can't go wrong. Most people speak English around here, and you can live a nice life for a decent price. You know, you won't ever be wanting for anything, you know. Mr. Bordenero actually was talking about Social Security packing up in about 10 years' time. I don't think it's true. I think there'll be other avenues you can go down. I don't think anything is closing down within 10 years. Otherwise it would be an absolute anarchy going on out there. I just don't think that's true. But anyway, God bless you. Love you all, and I hope you've enjoyed it. And tomorrow I really want to make a video. I'm actually going to go down the actual prices of everything, just so that, to show you how you can do this in Mexico, how you can just move over here and succeed. Okay, and it's getting pretty late now, so good night everyone, and love you all. That's all I'm going to say. Thank you.